Even for me, I love the NBA game, but then I turn on to a game, right? And then the stars are not playing because of Lowe's management.
Yeah.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Yeah, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships, like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22 straight.
Shaquille O'Neal just ignited major controversy in the NBA, putting LeBron James and Kevin Durant squarely in the spotlight. Speaking out strongly against load management, Shaq criticized modern players for sitting out games despite earning tens of millions of dollars. His comments didn't just stir debate, they sparked a full-on clash between generations. The timing was especially striking because Durant and LeBron had recently laughed at Michael Jordan's legacy on their podcast, dismissing the accomplishments of the older era. Shaq fired back without restraint, and his blunt remarks quickly became the center of discussion. When asked about load management,
What I think is actually quite bullshit myself is to incorporate something at this point.
Shaq is highlighting something many avoid saying out loud. The legends who built this league, who turned the NBA into what it is today, showed up every single night. They didn't have advanced medical technology, sports science teams, recovery centers, or the massive support staffs available to modern players. They earned a fraction of today's salaries, yet they still played through injuries, fatigue, and whatever challenges the league presented. So, when Shaq was asked whether he thinks the NBA season includes too many games, his answer was blunt. Nope. If we had to do it, they have to do it. No sympathy, no softening, just his version of the truth. Naturally, the modern NBA wasn't going to let that go unchallenged. Draymond Green
to play. We saw what happened with the drill.
Shaq's criticism hits directly at a mindset he believes is weakening the league, one that even Draymond Green seemed to validate by essentially admitting he doesn't want to play if he doesn't feel like it. Shaq argues that while today's players complain about heavy workloads, they're earning more money than any generation before them. With the average NBA salary now over $10 million and max contracts nearing $60 million per year, he finds it unbelievable that players routinely sit out simply because they played a few nights earlier and feel tired. What makes the situation even more intriguing is the timing. Just as Shaq was calling out load management, Kevin Durant and LeBron James appeared on LeBron's Mind the Game podcast and took subtle, careful shots at Michael Jordan. They didn't say his name, but the implication was obvious. Durant started discussing longevity and how challenging it is to perform at a high level year after year, a conversation that seemed aimed at reshaping how fans compare eras and how they judge greatness.
Yeah, I'm 10, 12 years in, I got 4 MVPs and 4 championships, like, but do I still want to do this shit? You know what I'm saying?
You know how hard it is.
Some people say, I want to go play baseball.
Right?
Yeah. And then I want to come back. Or some people say, I'm going to go 22.
LeBron instantly burst into laughter, and the camera caught every second of it. He and Durant knew exactly what they were implying, painting Jordan's retirement as if he walked away from the game, while framing LeBron's longevity as proof that he's somehow tougher, more committed, or more resilient. Then LeBron added a casual, dismissive remark about the sport itself, just basketball, as if to downplay the weight of the conversation while still taking a subtle swipe at the legends who came before him.
No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110%.
That's how LeBron described the very game that made him a billionaire, the game that gave him every opportunity he has today. Michael Jordan never spoke about basketball with that kind of detachment. When he was asked about his mentality, Jordan said,
leg. Like he was hurt the second year, he was on one leg the whole year and played 82 games. Wow. And so he practiced every day and he played every game on one leg. And so he's like, man, MJ, why don't you just sit up? How can I be the leader of the team and sit out and y'all going through all the credit? I gotta be there.
That's the difference right there. Jordan never treated basketball as just a job or something he clocked in and out of. It was everything to him. His intensity and dedication weren't abstract ideas. His teammates witnessed them up close. One former teammate shared a story from Jordan's second year in the league that perfectly captured how deeply he cared and how relentlessly he approached the game.
Greenwood, he says, you twist your ankle, young fella, come over and sit with me. This is, you need to. I said, no, man, I'm trying to make a name for myself. There's no way I can sit. I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact.
Jordan himself described that mindset early in his career, explaining how he approached every practice, every game, and every moment on the court with a level of commitment that went far beyond obligation. For him, basketball wasn't something to take lightly, or something to walk away from when it became inconvenient. It was a passion, a purpose, and a responsibility to everyone who came to watch him play.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything.
LeBron went on to suggest that today's game is more advanced, more complex, and more difficult than anything Jordan ever faced. Then he pushed the line even further by questioning why ring culture matters so much in basketball, essentially downplaying the very accomplishments that define Jordan's legacy and the standard by which greatness has traditionally been measured.
Play basketball 2.5 hours a day, 3 hours a day, right? That's your job. That's what you get paid to do as an NBA player. What are you doing the other 21 hours? I mean, to me, that's when you should be preparing for your next day of work.
This is LeBron James, the same player who formed super teams in Miami and later recruited stars to Cleveland and Los Angeles, now acting as if championships no longer hold much weight. The reason is obvious. He knows he can't match Jordan's 6 rings, so he's trying to shift the narrative toward longevity and statistical achievements instead. Meanwhile, Larry Bird once shared a story that perfectly illustrates the mindset of the older generation, a mentality built on competition, pride, and an unwavering commitment to winning rather than narrative shaping or legacy management.
Watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck, right?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me and I want to shut him up. So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it.
Bird understood something Durant and LeBron don't. Basketball was never meant to be about conserving energy for year 20 or padding a career for the sake of longevity. It was about giving everything you had every single night, diving for loose balls, defending until you're exhausted, and doing whatever it took to win. That's why Bird played only 13 seasons, and why Jordan played just 13 full seasons. They pushed their bodies to the limit, because winning mattered more than durability statistics. Meanwhile, LeBron recently admitted he's thinking about load management himself. When asked if playing all 82 games was still a goal, his answer revealed a very different mindset.
It meant when the guys I named yesterday, Kobe or AI, Paul Pierce, Vince, so those guys come into...
He's already laying the groundwork, easing fans into the idea that he'll be sitting out games this season. Jordan, however, lived by a completely different philosophy. He believed that every night was an opportunity, an obligation to perform for the people who paid to see him play, whether he felt great or terrible, rested or exhausted. To him, showing up wasn't optional. It was part of what it meant to be a competitor, a leader, and a professional.
Could make $1 million. And now these guys are so lucky and blessed, and they can't play basketball 3 or 4 days a week. And I know they hide behind all the analytical bullshit from their agents and people like that. What they're really trying to do is extend their career. The way the money's been and going, depending on who you are, you're going to be able to make another $50, $70, $100 million and probably more going forward if you can extend your career 2 or 3 years.
Michael Jordan never chased longevity. He chased perfection. Every season, his mission was the same: maximize himself, maximize his team, and dominate on both ends of the floor to win championships. Although Jordan played 15 total years, only 13 of them were full seasons. Yet in that span, he captured 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, and 9 all-defensive selections. That level of excellence isn't just impressive, it's as close to perfection as the sport has ever seen. Now compare that to Kevin Durant and LeBron James, who have played a combined 39 seasons, nearly triple the span of Jordan's prime. Despite all that time, they've produced 6 championships, 5 MVPs, 6 finals MVPs, 5